Well, I'm back to working on the cherry drop front desk, and the side here has cracked, and it's a pretty good sized crack, as you can see there. And so there's no way I'm going to replace the whole side. It's a one-piece cherry side. So what we got to do is get it stabilized, and then I'll fill it so you won't see it as much. So I'm going to put, not on the outside, but on the inside, a couple of butterfly keys or bow tie keys to hold it together, and then I'll fill it. So to put in the bow ties or butterflies, of course, first I made them out of cherry, and then traced where I wanted them on the inside of the chest here. So you can see the two of them side by side there across the crack. And to hog out the bulk of the material, I used an 1/8 inch bit on my rotary tool here, the Dremel. And that hogged out the bulk of the material there and left the flat bottom. So they're about 3/8 of an inch deep. So I've got to finish chopping out the rest of the material there to the line. Well, I've glued in the bow ties here, and as you can see, they're a little bit proud. And I've started to use my block plane here to plane that one down flush. So I've got the other two to do over here, and then that'll be out of the way. So then to repair the crack, then I'll probably fill it with the usual glue and sawdust to fill it in, and then have to do a little bit of work when we do the finishing. Well, I made some wood filler here by mixing some hide glue in with some cherry sawdust to make a nice little paste, mostly sawdust and some glue. And then I filled the crack over here. There we go. You can see that I've pushed the filler into the crack as far as I could get it. I used a putty knife, and so now it'll dry, and then we'll sand it smooth, and we'll see how well it filled. We may have to do a little touch up with the markers yet. We'll see. Well, it's sanded smooth now and filled, so we'll see what it's like when I stain the piece to hide the crack a bit, but you can't feel anything there at all right at the moment, so needs some more sanding. And well, the whole piece needs sanding, but anyway, it's filled now, so we shouldn't see any more gaps. Well, I'm working on the drawer fronts now. This is the largest drawer that there is, and what I need to do is cut it to size, which would be the opening, which I think is 6 inches. So I'll leave an extra 3/16 for the lip on the top, and then the same goes on the sides. I've got a 1/4 inch lip on either side, so I need I think 36 it looks like 36 inches, and so then I got to add a half to it to allow for the lips on the drawers, which we'll do. So first we'll cut it to size, then we have to put a 1/4 inch bead on the edge all the way around, and then we've got to dado out the sides and the top edge so that we got the lips. So we got the rounded edge on here now. Well, this is the last of the drawer fronts. You can see there's the lip on the side and the lip along the top, and it fits pretty well. So there's a little room for movement. This one's pretty tight, because they will swell this way in the summertime. That one's pretty good. This one I probably should take a little more off of. Otherwise, it looks pretty good now with all the drawers. So now I got a lot of milling to do. All the sides, the back, and the bottoms out of probably pine. So that's the next step.